Racing in Hong Kong is at Sha Tin on Wednesday night as opposed to our normal Wednesday night at Happy Valley. We're up to race number 8 here. This is a Class 3 contest over the 1200 metres and a very strong lineup headed by California Concord, a two-time course and distance winner. Speedy Mouse down the field behind Flying Bonus last time out. Gunnison, we'll hear from Derek Long very shortly, is a course and distance winner as well. Brilliant Fortune switching to the all-weather for the first time. He was over the 1,000 metres behind Harmony and Bless last time out at Happy Valley. Northern Dragon runner up at a big price behind Elon last time out. Those two lock horns once more. Astrologer makes his Hong Kong debut. Superwind Dragon also coming out of the Elon race, and Good Health. Keith Young will ride him from barrier number 3. He's got a little bit of speed on his side as well. So let's have a look at the speed map as always. We're saying good in the early stages here. Mark, where are we looking? Who are the key horses to look out for? War of Courage goes forward, as does Brilliant Fortune on the speed map. But there's a few others that can show some pace. Paul, horses like California Concord can likely get across and get handy as well. Speedy Mouse has been best when he's been up on the speed, and Good Health has shown toe as well. Probably up against it in this field, but he's drawn not badly down in barrier 3.
Yeah, I thought War of Courage might actually lead by himself. Brilliant Fortune from barrier 7. Might just have to work a little bit, and I don't think he'll want to take on War of Courage. As you mentioned, Speedy Mouse is drawn on the inside, so he might be the one most likely to push up.
All right, okay, so again, a few options as far as the speed map is concerned. Plenty of key races to get through. Before that, though, let's check in, as I said before, with Derek Long, who'll ride Gunnison.
Derek, you ride Gunnison in the last. That was a very strong finish on the all-weather last time.
Yes, he always went good on the all-weather. Just depends the draw, if the inside draw will help him a lot. And now he maybe 1 year older, he don't have too much early speed at the moment. So now he have an outside draw, it will be difficult for him. I hope he can find a spot between, around midfield with the cover. And if he can relax in the middle stage, I think he will finish strong.
It's a very similar field to the one he raced last time, so that must give you some confidence if you can get that luck during the run.
Yes, if I have some luck, can slot in midfield with the cover and get a clear one at the straight, I think he still can be a strong finish.
Is he a better horse on the all-weather than the turf? So if we see him on the turf, should we wait till he gets back onto the all-weather?
I think both he can handle it, because when he's younger, he was pretty class 1 horse. Now he's back to class 3, but he's getting older. But he's still very honest.
He is at that. That's Gunnison. Derek taking through his chances there. Now, we're going to go back and have a look at that race again, because there's lots of horses coming out of this race. We'll start off, Elon ultimately was the winner. He drew wide here in barrier number 12. The other horses, though, Mark, that we need to take note of. Northern Dragon, who runs second. He was coming out of... which barrier? Barrier number 10 was Northern Dragon. We got Gunnison back on the inside, which Derek talking about. He ran third. Superwind Dragon, he was out wide as well, barrier number 11. California Concord off the inside gate. Mega Heart, he's a little bit slow out of the gates in race number 9. And Sunset Watch as well. Where's he? Barrier number 4, Mark.
Exactly. So we had a change of barriers with a few of them. You can see Mega Heart there in barrier number 9. That's just what he does at the start. He wants to get the head up, and it costs him some distance at the start every time he goes round. Gunnison's not going to get as forward quickly from the wider draw this week, Paul, and they're following Super Axiom, who's a noted speed horse. He's not there this week, so that changes everything.
This is Superwind Dragon as well, before we go on. He's the one that's a little bit unlucky down the straight, Paul.
Yeah, I didn't mind him in this start on the all-weather, and they're sticking him to 1,200 metres. I think he might be better when he gets up to 1,650, but from barrier 12 with a bit of pace in the race, you can see him not getting much run through. So I wanted to include him. He couldn't get a run halfway down, and he did stay on nicely for 4th. It was a good run from Elon as well. This was a really rough result, because Super Axiom did set them up in front, didn't he?
As Elon came through the middle. Northern Dragon's the horse on the extreme right of screen who's made up plenty of ground. The winner's been able to get through the centre and take the shortcut. Northern Dragon has had to come right around the outside. Mega Heart disappointing down on the rail compared to how he normally finishes.
Yeah, it's an interesting race to try and analyse that one with Northern Dragon, the price that he was. This is Brilliant Fortune. This is on the turf. Obviously, Nervous Witness is the winner of this race. So switching now to the all-weather, Mark.
He had a start after this at Happy Valley. It was last week, actually, but it was a tough trip and he had some mucus in the system. So I thought we'd go back and show this one. He pushed Nervous Witness for a while now. They've made a gear change. Casper has the blinkers off. The pacifiers go on for the all-weather appearance this week, Paul. Got into a tangle with a very smart horse in Nervous Witness. He's never too far away, Brilliant Fortune. got him in just on the dirt for the first time, but am worried about the 7-day backup with mucus.
Yeah, look, he's had 3 starts in quick succession now. This will be his 3rd start in quick succession. So, look, I thought it was a really fast sectional, that middle one with Nervous Witness. And then he came out with mucus next start. This is his first start on the all-weather. And he should be okay on it. The blinkers will come off him. But I'm just not so sure. So in this field, I've left him out.
Okay, this is Mega Heart circled. In the purple is Speedy Mouse Ball. And then Gunnison again, the old boy down the outside.
Yeah, so Speedy Mouse, look, he's a horse who was having his first start here and went out favourite, in fact. But it was a little bit disappointing, I thought. So jury's out about him on the surface. Gunnison's getting on a bit in age, and Mega Heart normally blows the start.
I'm going to take a chance on Mega Heart this week. Thanks, Paul. Appreciate the confidence. We saw him in the replay after this where he did blow the start and he didn't run on. He finishes the race off nicely. No super axiom in this race means they're not going to run off their legs earlier. So I'm just going to take an each-way chance on the fact. And he has won 4 races as well, has Mega Heart, and 3 of them have been on the all-weather surface.
Okay, so the barrier's not really much of a concern for him. He normally drops in and they're just looking for him to come with a late rattle, but speed would be key. What about War of Courage, Mark? We're looking at him over the 1,200 metres on the turf, of course, areas with the big blue blinkers.
This is a race where Packing Victory wins. Diamond Brilliance outside him. He's gone on to win since, and he's just ducked in there, Paul, but he'd covered a lot of ground, and you can't cover a lot of ground. Figures 2's working out late. He was beaten on the weekend. Look, it's disappointing on face value, but he was entitled to get tied because he had no luck from the draw. No,
definitely, and a completely different surface now. From barrier number 1, I think the horse can get an easy lead as well. On my sort of speed map, I thought he would lead on his own, and if he does, I think he'd be really tough to beat.
Okay, well, we can have a look at him in a moment on the all-weather trialling. That's 5 Elements running second as well. It didn't win on the weekend, but he certainly ran well. So I think the form of the race ultimately stands up. Here he is then, Paul, on the all-weather on his trials, and you've liked what you've seen.
Yeah, I have. I definitely have. And he's had trials on the all-weather before. And if he does get from barrier number 1, he's going to get a nice cushy run. Look, I think he'll lead. If something wants to take him on, and he can easily get the trial as well, as we saw in that last race. Thought it was a really nice trial here. He fought back really well. And look, I quite like him this race. I think he can win this, and he'll be out of trouble when in the front. And he fought back nicely in that trial, I thought.
He did like it as well, and the horse on his outside is Red Desert, who's a noted all-weather horse. He'll go red in race 2 over an unsuitable 16.50. So if he doesn't perform, don't be too concerned by that performance out of that trial.
Okay, wide market here, Paul. California Concord, 5.2 favourite.
Yeah, got him in, but I'm going to stick with the one I was just talking about, War of Courage. I think he can win this race. So he's on top. Now, Super Wind Dragon, if they do a bit of a speed bell up front, he's got the pace to finish off strongly. So he's in there for second. California Concord, the favourite. He's just got a wide draw, and he's got to carry the top weight of 131. Northern Dragon, we saw him coming in the other race, and he hit the line strongly as well. That was only his first start for the new stable. This will be his second, and he seemed to like the surface. 7, 11, 1 and 6.
Going to take an each-way chance with Mega Heart. Think of War of Courage is going to be a very hard horse to beat, but Mega Heart, he'll probably blow the start, hopefully not by too much. You can get across, drop in and be strong at the end. Disappointed up the inside last time, but expect him to bounce back here. 7 War of Courage, like the all-weather trial, it looked good, an excuse first up. Brilliant Fortune on the quick backup. He's always looked like he'd win one at short term in Hong Kong. He's now up to start number 8, and California Concord to round out the first 4. 9, 7, 5 and 1.
Tough race to finish the night. I think Sunset Watch might give us some each-way value there, and Brilliant Fortune as well, both at a decent price. The 4 and 5, the cue for me in race number 8.